Supporting nation building through its many sponsorships and the programs including financial literacy quiz, Pass the Torch Calypso program, junior cooperatives in secondary schools, CPEA, and the TAMCC grants. The credit union has helped many people make their dreams come true. Let them help you with yours. You don't have to be a teacher to be a member. So what are you waiting for?
GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
This is the GBN television news for Thursday, June 25th, 2020. In the headlines, partner of St. Mark resident Chanel Alexis charged with murder. 2 tropical waves approaching the island later today and into the weekend. Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association is open to merger, but says no liberalization. In the sports news, former TNT Football Association President William Wallace says there was a plot to oust him. And in Around the Globe, CARICOM is expressing concern over the invalidation of over 115,000 votes in Guyana. Good evening from the Grenada Broadcasting Network. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. Details after this.
Hi, I'm Francis Urias Peters. I'm a good listener, and K105 has always been a great source of education and entertainment. Now, while the station name may have changed over the years, it has always provided valuable information which enabled me as a playwright to document and to celebrate our history, our behavior, and our achievements. K105 is my choice. It's the national station.
We begin with news this evening that the boyfriend of St. Mark resident Chanel Alexis is facing murder charge for her death, as we hear in this report.
Police have slapped a charge of non-capital murder on 49-year-old Mitch Phillip in connection with the death of 23-year-old Chanel Alexis, who resided at Victoria St. Mark. Philip, a joiner by profession of Queen Street, Victoria, will make his first court appearance at the Guelph Magistrates Court on Friday. Alexis was pronounced dead on the 30th of May on arrival at the General Hospital in St. George's. Police confirmed to GBN that Philip was initially detained and questioned in connection with Alexis' death, but was released. Head of the Community Relations Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force, Superintendent of Police Vanny Cowan, told GBN police enlisted the services of a forensic pathologist from Trinidad and Tobago to conduct a second autopsy. It was due to the findings and additional evidence obtained that a charge was slapped against Alexis' partner. If found guilty of the crime, Philip could be sentenced up to life imprisonment. Alexis was a mother of 2. Cherry and Blackman Stephen, GBN News.
Well, the Sahara dust might have its positive after all, with 2 tropical waves approaching the island later today and into the weekend. Forecasters at the Met Office say not much activity will be generated weather-wise.
Finbar Frank, forecaster at the Meteorological Office at the Maurice Bishop International Airport, has this explanation.
With the dust that's coming, no. Heavy, there will be rain with this wave. There's a good chance of that. We are seeing it on the radar. However, again, because it's battling with the dust, 1, and because of a strong wind, 2, it will just be moving out really fast, right? So it will be hard for any real cloud growth to happen.
He provides the present location for the system.
So it is at 58 west and moving at 20 to 25 knots. So you are looking at, and that was based on data from 8 a.m. So it should be here within a day, within 24 hours. Basically, if it's moving at 20 to 25 knots, you are looking at 9 per day. So that will make it tomorrow morning. It should be all the way at 67 West. So definitely it will be crossing us during the evening time, this evening here.
According to TNTweathercenter.com, another surge of the Sahara dust is forecast by the weekend. It says a heavy concentration of dust continues to move across the region, with air levels degraded across the entire Caribbean. Low visibility is being experienced in many parts. With the peak of the ongoing Sahara dust already passed last Sunday, another surge is expected late Friday. Chrislina John, GBN News.
Other news, the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association says it's not against merging with the Grenada Cocoa Association, but is opposed to liberalization of the industry. GCNA Chairman Leo Cato is calling for more discussion with government on the way forward. For the financial package offered by government, Cato welcomes the decision. Cherry and Blackman Stephen has this report.
Chairman of the Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association, GCNA, Leo Cato, said while government can proceed with the proposed merger, he does not believe it will be pursued at this point. He was responding to Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Elvis Morane's statement that a draft document was leaked and the decision is not final.
I don't think so. The government is headed by Dr. Kip Mitchell, and Dr. Kip Mitchell is a very intelligent man. I don't think so. I cannot see government forcing down a merger on people without giving them a chance, a voice. I don't see it.
Cato is calling on government to allow further discussion of the GCNA-GCA merger to determine the approach that can be taken because they are interested in it.
If it must happen, let us see how it can happen. And I want to warn the government of any attempt to liberalize, right? It happened in Jamaica and they are struggling to put it back. It happened in Nigeria and the farmers lose everything. These are big countries, much bigger than Grenada, and we don't have enough production levels to have the sector liberalized. It will simply mean the demise of the poor farmers of this country and a loss of our heritage.
Former Prime Minister Tillman Thomas also shared his opinion of the issue. He says there are great potential in the agriculture sector as he encourages government to get more involved in agribusiness. Regarding government's proposed merger of the GCNA-GCA, Mr. Thomas says government is undermining the farmers.
The top today is empowerment. We have to empower farmers, empower nurses, empower people in different areas in life. But to come now, instead of empowering the farmers, treating the farmers, I personally regard it as an insult to the farming community to set up a board without the farmers having an input or appointing or electing the majority of the members of that board. It is not in the best interest of the country, and as Grenadians, we all have to be concerned about that.
Cato said the nutmeg industry at this time is not making much money because of depressed market conditions. He said Grenada remains known for its premium quality nutmeg, but it is now ranked between 7th and 8th on the world market. He said that this is because of low production since Hurricane Ivan in 2004, producing less than 100 tons a year when compared to more than 2,000 tons per year pre-Ivan. The impact of COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic pushed the GCNA to seek assistance from government, and this is how he responded to government's announcement.
Well, that is news to us.
He welcomed government's financial package approved by cabinet.
Government has been very clear. Government has been very cooperative. They have written back to us and offering us this $3 million, two by way of loan, $1 million by way of grant. And the loan is an extremely reasonable condition. You can't get a better offer anywhere for a loan, right? We have since written back to government. The latest I know is that they've asked for, I believe, title deed to one of our properties, right? So that is being provided.
Cato said it's important to note that the money is yet to be disbursed to the GCNA. Government is also providing financial support to the Grenada Cocoa Association. Earlier this month, Cabinet approved a grant of $1 million EC to the GCA to provide price support payments to farmers. A loan of $100 million EC was also approved by Cabinet for the GCA. The Ministry of Agriculture and Land says it awaits formal correspondence from the GCA before finalizing the legal process, following which the money will be disbursed by the Ministry of Finance. Cherry and Blackburn Stephen, GBN News.
This is the report. Grenada Public Workers Union has joined many others in paying tribute to the late Lauret Clarkson. Former president of the union, Clarkson was elected the first female president of the union in 1989 and served in this office for 14 years, up to April 2003, earning for herself the distinction of being the longest-serving president of the Grenada Public Workers Union. Serving on the Grenada Trades Union Council, she held the title of second vice president and was very impactful, as her contributions were very influential in shaping the policies of the Trades Union Council. Clarkson served as president of the Caribbean Public Services Association from 1994 to 1995 and was an extremely powerful orator, always in demand throughout the region as a speaker to inspire and empower workers. We can tell you too, she represented Grenada Public Workers Union on Public Service International, serving as a female titular for the Caribbean. The executive members of the Grenada Public Workers Union say she will be greatly missed and will be remembered for significant and selfless service to her country and the working class of Grenada, as they salute her legacy and bid her farewell. This is News at 7. Still to come from us, government monitors Bus Association's rotation system. An environmental expert weighs in on Molyneux land slippage. Stay with us.
Dear customer, please help us limit the potential impact of COVID-19. If you have cold, flu, or COVID-19 symptoms, please postpone your visit to Grenlec and ask someone you trust to do your business for you. We recommend using online banking to make payments, available through Co-op Bank, Republic Bank, and FCIB. You can also use check drop boxes at each of our locations. For bill balances and other information, call 237. For additional support, email customersupport@grenlec.com. If you choose to visit, you may have to wait outside because of the social distancing requirements. Our service may be slow, so please be patient with us. Have your account number handy to expedite service. Wishing you, your family, and employees health and wellness at this time. Our superheroes are all among us. They don't wear capes nor have superpowers. In fact, they appear to be quite ordinary. They are the ones who provide us with food. They are our farmers, our grocery store workers, our vendors. They are our fishermen. They are the ones who heal us, our doctors and medical practitioners. They are the ones who protect us, our police officers. They are all the other essential workers who make this period bearable. And how can we forget our teachers, dedicated to educating our children no matter the circumstance? To everyone who is doing their part to make sure the wheel keeps turning, Ariza says, thank you.
It's new. innovative and classy, and a cut above the rest. Your one-stop shop for bathtubs, kitchenette, customized doors and windows, and even a new paint job. We also sell quartz and solid surface countertops. At M&N Hardware, we offer best prices, excellent service, efficiency, and reliability. Visit us at Dusty Highway, Grandin, St. George, or call telephone number 440-6757. M&N Hardware, from foundation to roof. Let's build together.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Paying is faster and easier with Flow FastPay. Use your MasterCard or Visa and pay from anywhere. Log on to discoverflow.co/fastpay and press Consumer. Select your country and enter your account number. Enter the amount to be paid and an email address. Enter your credit card information. You'll receive a payment confirmation with the transaction details, along with a receipt to your email address. It's fast, safe, and easy. Flow, keeping you connected.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
There's a reason we have been here to serve you for the past 40 years. A reason we have continued to grow. A reason we have continued to celebrate. That reason is you. We have been here to help you plan for your future and here to help you celebrate your achievements. We continue to be here even when the future seems unclear, because one thing is certain: you're the reason we care.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Government has promised to monitor the new arrangement of the bus rotation closely. Here's the report.
Government says it will keep a watchful eye on the new bus rotation system to ensure adequate public transportation service throughout the country. This rotation by the National Bus Association is not in law. Therefore, it cannot be enforced by the Royal Grenada Police Force. According to a statement, government sees no illegality in this initiative once people's movements are not restricted. As of last Monday, the National Bus Association implemented what it calls NBA Rotates, a system where buses will operate 3 days per week. The buses labeled A and B will operate on a day-in, day-out basis. The plan applies to all zone or bus routes. However, government says it has been observed that the rotation should not apply to all zones, since the level of demand for public transportation is higher in some areas than others. Vice President of the National Bus Association, Sheldon Noel, explains it this way.
So it's not a matter of number of buses per area, but most areas, most routes on the island has more than 5 or 6 buses. In some of the shorter routes, it is necessary. You know, the longer routes, they still have more than 10 buses. So again, it remains necessary. So the rotations is not a mere fact of your area, but it is the best option right now to be able to sustain the industry.
The overall aim of this rotation is to give bus operators equal opportunity to earn an income. In the meantime, the National Bus Association continues in dialogue with government. Christelina John, GBN News.
People must consider the areas where they want to construct before doing so. The hurricane season is upon us, and several areas pose a threat to residents in close proximity. One such area is a portion of Molyneux in St. George. GBN engaged the expertise of an environmentalist who provides a perspective on the area. Christelina John has another report.
This part of Molyneux remains an area of environmental concern. Since GBN last visited the area, a lot has taken place in terms of land slippage. Has the area been forgotten or more so placed on the back burner? Today, we take a look at this and other areas from an environmental perspective.
Not an issue of you could have done something before. It's the same thing that we would have been doing now, this soil study. And whereas 300 feet below, when they drill down with the telescopic sight, it would show you something that we never know. It might show you a big hollow or a cave or something. But we need the apparatus, and we need the people that could read the result from the instrumentation analysis that will be done.
Minister for Works and Infrastructure Gregory Bowen speaking on the situation with Molyneux. Valma Jessamy, an environmental expert, believes for remedial work to take place at Molyneux, it must be guided by the right process. She also expresses concern about other areas in the country.
With specific to the Molyneux issue, the geology of the area is such that it's very porous. But any kind of remediation must be guided by sound geotechnical engineering studies and advice.
Far too often, people take risks when constructing in some areas, which later often becomes the responsibility of the state, Jessamy says.
Just that with ordinary civil engineering, it might mean abandonment of more than several homes if the decision is to keep the road in that location. Another strategy would have to be abandonment and relocation. We will see more situations like that in other places in the country, where places like Montparnasse and so, where we put in on big houses in watersheds that have a lot of water and whatnot. We've seen it in other islands also, where over time these areas become highly unstable and you have mass movement.
Dating back to December 16th of 2019, when the road was officially closed off to vehicular traffic, the road has severely dropped over time. Looking through the footage, the rapid change in the status of the road is extremely alarming. Discussions among government and contractors as to what exactly will be done to remedy the situation continues. Christelina John, GBN News.
Now, Paradise at Home. That's the new local tourism campaign launched by the Grenada Tourism Authority this morning. It encourages Grenadians to be tourists on their own little island. Rena Pear tells us more about this initiative in this report.
Paradise at Home gravitates towards locals on island, encouraging them to see Grenada through the eyes of a tourist by becoming a tourist themselves. As Grenada prepares to open its borders for regional and international flights, the initiative put together by the Grenada Tourism Authority aims to kickstart the tourism sector, which was closed just about 2 months due to the pandemic. Attending the launch of the campaign today was Minister of Tourism Clarice Modeste Cohen.
And some persons might think it's strange. Well, we know Grenada, we know Grandans Beach, we know the waterfalls, but sometimes we just pass Grandin's Beach, or we pass somewhere, or we visit. Now we're inviting you to be a tourist in your own country, to enjoy, to sit back, relax. It is different to just passing. Last few times I saw Grandin's Beach, I just passed. Savor and enjoy what this beautiful country has to offer. See it with different eyes, see it with different minds.
Over 13 hotels in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique collaborated with GTA on the campaign, offering great deals to locals with the show of an ID. Acting Marketing Manager at GTA, Renee Goodwin, spoke of the stakeholders on board.
Coming in, we have complimentary yoga sessions, we have complimentary bottles of wine, we have breakfast included, we have 3-course meals included. There's a whole range of different offers to choose from, and they're all coming from a variety of properties as well, which is great. We have hotels on board, we have cottages, we have guest houses and villas. And of course, we are extremely happy that we have some great properties on both Carriacou and Petit Martinique participating. So we can explore and enjoy all 3 of our islands.
Several representatives from the various hotels on island were also at the launch. We spoke to marketing manager at True Blue, Renata Fielding, and manager of Bella Blue Grenada, and what is offered to locals.
Our most popular special is our room night concert. Basically, people just stay in their rooms and the band plays by the pool.
Is like 200 EC dollars or 80 US dollars per night. The regular price would have been 140 US dollars, so it's almost half of the regular price.
For GBN News, I am Rina Pear reporting.
Gosh, I'm so enjoying this tourism campaign. Well, a photo was sent to a newsroom of a preschooler dressing himself for school. The youngster was tired of staying home, so he got up Wednesday morning to get himself ready for school. Other photos followed shortly after of the young boy enjoying some of his preschool moments. Schools have been closed since the 3rd week of March as a measure to prevent the spread of the coronavirus. Since then, teachers and students have resorted to alternative classroom settings by using online platforms to complete lessons. This has placed some students at a disadvantage. It has even led to this little fellow and others missing their in-school experience. As part of a phased approach to the reopening of schools, classes have resumed this month for Form 5 students sitting CSEC exams. However, other students remain at home until advised by government. Still ahead, parish youth debate continues, and Sagicor says it will continue to operate in the midst of COVID-19. We'll be back.
When you need your prescription filled or you require non-prescribed medication, supplements, or all your personal needs, visit Gittins Healthcare at locations on Wall Street, Grandans, Victoria Street, Brandon, and Central Deputy Street, Guelph. Gittins Healthcare aims to provide an exceptional personalized pharmacy experience. Additionally, children under 5 and adults 55 years and over will enjoy 10% discount on purchases of $20 and over on prescription medication. Stop settling for less. Visit Gittins Healthcare, where your health is our priority.
The Esplanade Mall, something for everyone. Go on a shopping spree today and experience some magic. Communal is fully opened for business at all our branches. Our hours are 9 a.m. to 3 Mondays to Thursdays and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Fridays for teller and member service transactions. For any other business, including loans, before visiting any of our branches, please contact us through the following mediums. Emails: comcreditunion@thecommunalcu.com. WhatsApp 405-6675 or 405-6689, or visit our Facebook page, or why not give us a call at telephone number 440-1755. We are committed to your safety. Communal, your small business ally and partner. Contact us today.
The Grenada Distillers Limited joins the government and people of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique in the fight against COVID-19. Only together we can beat this pandemic. As a corporate citizen, we have temporarily stopped the production of rum, and our focus has been on the production of a sanitizing solution to assist in the fight against this dreadful pandemic. We have commenced free distribution to the senior citizens' homes, children's homes, and other vital organizations around the country, and made this product available to you at supermarkets and pharmacies island-wide. We encourage you to please listen and obey the guidelines issued by our health authority and the Royal Grenada Police Force. Together, and only together, we can beat COVID-19.
Are you looking for quality herbs and herbal supplements, or are you thinking about having a complete body cleanse to jumpstart your health? Then no need to look further. Visit Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. We carry a wide range of herbal products for kidney and gallstone cleansing, male sexual enhancement formulas, asthma and sinusitis, gas and bloating, acid reflux, constipation, arthritis, imbalanced hormones, female health issues, liver cleansing, weight loss, and so much more. Also available: colonic irrigation, holistic health consultations, essential oils, and diffusers. Look out for our online natural health store coming soon. Call 231-6642 for 18-7115 or 449-7753 to find out about our delivery options or to book an appointment. Visit us at Belmont St. George's, close to the Fallage, Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic. Detox your way to health.
This is GBN. We've got the means, the power, and the medium. This segment is brought to you by Flow.
Now more than ever, Flow is working hard to keep you connected to the things that matter most: your family, your work, and your favorite entertainment. We are also providing Flow Study free of charge so students can stay connected and up to date with their schoolwork. And because your safety is our highest priority, you can manage your account from the safety of your own home through the MyFlow app. We are here for you, keeping you connected.
The Ministry of Youth Development, Sports, Culture and the Arts presents Youth Debate. The first in the series of debates began on Tuesday. The face-off was among representatives from the historic parish St. Patrick. Today it was St. Andrew's turn. Details in this report from June Paul of the Ministry of Youth Development.
The first in the series of the 2020 Parish Youth Debate was off to a great start. The parish of St. Patrick was the first to represent with a 40-member team, inclusive of proposing members, opposing members, a moderator, and a timekeeper. The opportunity for rehabilitation and subsequent integration of offenders should be determined by the nature of the crimes they have committed. This is in the best interest of the individual and society. the theme chosen for the debate. Alicia Alert, training facilitator, commended the debaters on an excellent delivery. Their dedication and commitment during the Zoom practice sessions, despite the short stint in training.
One of the things that I was pleased with, first of all, was the time management. I also saw a high level of confidence among each of the speakers, and they were very comfortable in terms of the information that they had to present. They believed what they had. I liked that they dealt with the issue from several different angles, and so it reflected a great level of, deep thought about the issue that we presented on today. So I'm very, very, very satisfied.
Opposition member Asha McEwen emerged best debater.
Madam Moderator, the opposition urges you, do not deny an individual the opportunity to be an amazing person by kneeling on their neck like Derek Chauvin. Black lives matter. But not just Black lives, all lives matter.
It was fun being in an environment where you felt like your opinion mattered, and I think that our facilitator really did put that together for us well.
No newcomer to the debating arena, Gideon George, shed some light on his training. He alluded to having mixed emotions on the topic, being on the opposition team, but in the end, having received full support from his colleagues, his challenges were defeated.
I would say that it was a very interesting period of training with my facilitator and some of the debaters that I debated with last year. I had the challenge of juggling, finishing up my final exams for UE and being involved in the meetings and practicing and following the instructions that Mrs. Alert gave to us. It was a very fun experience. I did not have any experience as a rebuttal speaker prior to, and I can recall being so nervous when Mrs. Alert asked us to spontaneously write a rebuttal to this particular side of the moot. Those were some of the challenges that I had, but they helped to shape and mold me into the speaker that I am today.
All right, that report there from June Paul of the Ministry of Youth Development. Sagicor Life Insurance says it is coming out of the coronavirus pandemic strong, despite the financial impact, and promises all its customers to honor all their COVID-19 claims. Rena Pear has more in this report.
With a financial loss of $29 million during the first half of 2020 due to COVID-19, officials at Sagicor Life Insurance says they are presently financially stable and was able to pull out of the pandemic so far with 100% of their workforce operating from home. Ravi Rambara, President and CEO of Sagicor Life in the Caribbean, outlined that the company does not foresee any closure of branches or cut in jobs at this stage. He also stated only a limited amount of clients were unable to pay their monthly premiums. The Chief Operating Officer promises that all COVID-19 claims made by clients will be paid.
We accelerated our digitization initiatives, particularly in areas where clients chose to engage us directly rather than through electronic means. To our pensioners, we upfronted payments to them so they would not have to come out, many of them, to our offices. To our clients on our medical policies, we upfronted 3 months' worth of pharmaceuticals. And we gave the assurance directly to our clients that we would honor all COVID-19 related claims.
Rambara says the insurance company continues to act with speed and compassion as they were able to provide community support to many countries.
We also recognize that the vulnerable in our societies were at risk of becoming even more vulnerable. And so we provided food relief and healthcare relief to the homeless, to orphanages, to elderly care homes. We also recognize that schools were closed and students who were writing secondary school entrance examinations and those who were also writing their CSEC and their CAPE exams were at risk of not being taught. We also sponsored online teaching programs to provide a level of continuity to those students.
Ravi Rambara was speaking at a virtual media briefing on Wednesday. For GBN News, I am Rena Pear reporting.
All right, time for this evening's GBN Eye Saw. Compliments Clear Vision Eye Center.
A good eye captures all. GBN Eye Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
You know us, but we knew. You feel at home with every visit. An experienced team offering personalized courtier service and trendy brand name lifestyle products. We're changing the vision care landscape one customer at a time. Clear Vision Eye Center. People and technology coming together to help you see the world with a clearer vision.
Tonight's GBN Eye Saw features a photograph of a burning bus in Belmont, St. George earlier this week. The cause of the fire is unknown. However, the charred bus is still parked by the roadside. You can send in your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 and our other social media platforms.
Do you still have EC 1 and 2 cent coins? If you do, then you have until the end of this month, 30th June, to spend them, exchange, or deposit them at your commercial bank. After 30th June, you will not be able to use your 1 and 2 cents as they will no longer be legal tender. Find them, spend them, exchange, or deposit them at your commercial bank. Act now and receive value for your 1 and 2 cent coins by 30th June.
Tropical shipping is fast and reliable. Always on time, safe and affordable. Friendly staff here to connect you. Tropical worldwide, you must get you. Shop online and you get it on time. Hassle free to meet your deadline. Consolidate any size, any load. With tropical shipping, so we ship everything. I can't wait to ship with Tropical. I can't wait. No package too big, too small. I cannot wait to ship with Tropical. No package too big, too small. Just ship with Tropical.
Local agents, George F. Huggins and Company, Grenada Limited. Telephone number 440-8787 or visit our website at www.tropical.com. Email us at grenadasales@tropical.com. Tropical Shipping, committed to island life.
How going on, boy? Hey, good old things. Hey, easy. Yeah. Boy, in line, boy. Your house looking a real good day. Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service. Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy. Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016, or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
At Communal, we are adapting to meet the changing needs of our shareholders and members. Times are changing, and with the changing times comes a whole new way to do business. Our parents may have done their banking a different way. Communal's state-of-the-art online banking and international debit card allows members to do business with great ease. It's like literally having a branch in your very own hands. Need a loan? Apply online from the comfort of your own home anywhere in the world, and your request will be dealt with remotely. Want to transfer between your accounts or another shareholder? No wait time for transactions to update. Voila! Who needs receipts when you can receive them via e-statements on your mobile device and save the environment? Not a communal member? You can join our family today by applying online. At Communal, we see you working hard to ensure that you save, invest, and grow. Communal, join us today. This will be the best financial decision you have ever made. My name is Hollis Mr. Killer Map, and I endorse this message.
Keeping an eye on the weather, this is GBN. We've got you covered.
Weather for Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique valid for tonight and the following 3 days. Weather tonight, partly cloudy and windy with light to moderate brief showers and a low chance of isolated thunder showers. Tonight's minimum temperature 25 degrees Celsius. Wind east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly at 14 to 24 miles per hour, gusting higher at times. Seas moderate, waves 5 to 7 feet in open water. A small craft advisory is in effect. Tides high at 7 p.m., low at midnight. Sunrise tomorrow morning, 5:46. The weather on Friday, the 26th day of June, partly cloudy, hazy and windy with light to moderate showers occasionally. On Saturday, the 27th, partly cloudy, hazy and windy with light isolated showers. And on Sunday, the 28th, mostly fair, hazy and windy. That's the weather. Sports news up next, followed by Around the Globe.
Make way, he's coming through as sideline football president William Wallace. Well, he has sought to clear the air on matters of which he has been controversially linked to in recent times. In a letter addressed to the media today, Wallace denied altering coach Terry Fenwick's contract and maintained that he had the right to appoint Ramesh Ramdan. Well, Wallace further hinted to a sinister plot to oust him.
Sidelined, the president of the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association, William Wallace, denied that he was responsible for altering the terms of Terry Fenwick's contract, but admitted to signing off on it. He stated, quote, "I played absolutely no role in the negotiation of Fenwick's contract. This negotiation was left entirely in the hands of the technical committee," end quote. He also maintained that he had the power to decide on the contract as it pertains to Ramesh Ramdan. Wallace stated, "Even with that said, the reason for giving the General Secretary a 2-year contract was not shrouded in any conspiracy and is in fact more than reasonable," end quote. He added that his condemnation in this matter was based merely on the persons who were speaking the loudest and fueled by their own agenda. Wallace also spoke on the David Miller case, to which he felt he was misinterpreted. Sergio Dufour, TV6 Sport.
Habla Espanol. Well, Spain's La Liga takes over now, and the teenage sensation Vinicius Jr. and Sergio Ramos, well, they scored delightful goals as Real Madrid returned to the top of La Liga by easing past Mallorca. Zinedine Zidane's side are level on 68 points with Barcelona, but lead by virtue of a better head-to-head record. The 19-year-old Brazilian Vinicius chipped in a first-half opener, making it 1-0 after 19 minutes of action. And defender Ramos, well, he would step up to the plate to curl in a brilliant free kick in the second half, and that would give them all the insurance they needed. What a goal. 56th minute, Real Madrid taking a 2-0 win. It's time to pad up. Let's head to the crease now where Raymond Reefer, well, he took 5 of the 13 wickets that fell on day 2 of the 3-day practice game, and that's between Craig Braffett's 11 against Jason Holder's 11. And after Braffett's 11 fell for 275 yesterday, Reefer's bowling heroics caused Holder's 11 to fall short as they could only muster 193 all out today. Sunil Ambrose made 52 while Kyle Myers notched 45. Well, that left them 82 runs short of the mark. In the second innings, Brathwaite's 11 closed on 99 for 3, which is an overall lead of 181. Opener and captain Craig Brathwaite fell for 34, while John Campbell was dismissed for 49. Alzari Joseph has 2 wickets, and day 2, Reefer spoke about the game today, including his 5-wicket haul.
It was a crucial day 2 when Craig Brathwaite's 11 took on Jason Holder's 11 in their tour match, with the batsmen and bowlers getting some practice out in the middle. Raymond Reefer was lethal with the ball and even had a spell where he grabbed all his 5 wickets in 11 deliveries. It was indeed a pleasing day for the all-rounder.
At the moment, I'm pretty happy with the performance today. It's just something that I need to just keep building on. In England, just enjoying it at the moment as much as I can. For me at that point in time, it was just coming back after the lunch break, so I just tried to make sure that I start as well as I could and just get the ball in the right areas, and it worked out for me.
Reefer has played 1 test match for the West Indies thus far. So does he think he has a good chance of playing in the opening test in Southampton come July 8th? Well, he prefers to remain cautious with regards to getting into the final 11.
For me, it's just, I still have another innings to go with both bat and ball. So it's just about me going out there and trying to finish the game as strong as possible, and then still have another 4 days. And I guess the selection will take care of itself.
And should he get the opportunity to do so, the 29-year-old plans to make the most of it.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. It was always my dream to play Test cricket and play as much Test as possible. For me, it's just about continuing to put in the work, and if that opportunity comes or whenever it comes, just make sure I'm ready to grab it with both hands.
From 77 first-class matches, Reefer has 1 century and 14 50s, averaging 25.99 with a bat. And with a ball, he has 175 wickets. Vinod Narawani, TV6 Sport.
Well, don't you just love that new West Indies kit? All right, it's time to bring it back home now, where there's still a chance of cricket being played in the region this year. Well, despite the havoc financially and otherwise caused by the COVID-19 lockdown, added to growing pessimism, CWI Commercial Director Dominic Warren says Cricket West Indies, well, they are hopeful for action.
Importance for players at all levels to get first-class experience is critical, and so whilst all scenarios on the table, it's certainly not a wish that we want to reduce cricket. It might have to be an option, but it will be restrictions on the COVID-19 situation which determine that. But we're hopeful that we can have pretty much to a normal schedule, and as normal, we're still looking at the Super 50 for the end of the year, which is generally in November, and then the West Indies Championship in terms of the 4-day Red Bull starting after that, and then into the new year itself. So, I mean, there's so much that can happen, as you see in the news every day. We're waiting to see, and if we had some certainty, it would be great for everybody.
Regional news now. CARICOM is expressing concern over the invalidation of more than 115,000 votes in Guyana, which, according to a report by Guyana's chief election officer, has given the ruling coalition a one-seat majority in the National Assembly. Voters in Guyana went to the polls on March 2nd. The report by the chief elections officer is already being described by the opposition party as a pack of fraudulent figures, according to one media outlet. Jules Brown reports.
CARICOM Chairman Mia Mottley, the Prime Minister of Barbados, notes it is more than 100 days since the people of Guyana went to the polls, and yet there's no declared result.
Regrettably, we have seen a level of gamesmanship that has left much to be desired and has definitely not portrayed our Caribbean region in the best light. This is definitely not our finest hour, and we must not shy away from that reality.
In a statement on Wednesday, she expressed CARICOM's concerns about reports that Guyana's chief elections officer submitted a report to GCOM, the Guyana Elections Commission, which she said is contrary to the directions given by GCOM. The CARICOM chair also said the report does not reflect the results of the recount process as certified by the very staff of GCOM and witnessed by representatives of the political parties.
Indeed, these numbers and the certification of them were also witnessed by our CARICOM Observer team. They traveled to Guyana in spite of the pandemic and the risk to themselves, and they scrutinized the recount process.
The Demerara Waves news outlet in Guyana is reporting that Guyana's chief elections officer has removed 115,844 of the 460,352 valid votes cast based on guidance from the Court of Appeal in its decision that more votes mean more valid votes when one considers the gazetted recount order. The Demerara Waves and other media outlets in Guyana are reporting the move has resulted in the ruling APNU AFC coalition being given a one-seat majority in Guyana's National Assembly with 32 seats and the opposition PPPC being given 31 seats. Prime Minister Mottley said the CARICOM Observer team was of the unshakable belief that the people of Guyana expressed their will at the ballot box on March 2nd and that the results of the recount, certified as valid by the staff of GCOM, led to an orderly conclusion on which the declaration of the results of the election would be made.
Therefore, we must ask, on what grounds and by what form of executive fiat does the Chief Elections Officer determine that he should invalidate one vote, far less over 115,000 votes, when the votes were already certified as valid by the officers of the Guyana Elections Commission in the presence of the said political parties?
Prime Minister Mottley said if there's any evidence of fraudulent or improper conduct, then there's a clear and well-accepted route to deal with these matters through an election petition to an election court.
Any attempt to provide numbers different from those certified by the staff of the Guyana Elections Commission has left many in shock and wondering what next will happen to frustrate the will of the Guyanese people.
Jules Brown, TV6 News.
The former chairman of CLICO Barbados, Leroy Paris, has been granted bail after appearing in court this morning on a number of charges. More on this story from Stetson Barb of Stockholm Network.
The former chairman of CLICO Barbados, Leroy Paris, has been granted bail after appearing in court here in Barbados this morning on a number of charges. The ex-insurance boss is charged with tax evasion, theft, money laundering, and fraud. Mr. Paris, who is represented by a battery of attorneys, appeared in the District A Criminal Court in handcuffs and accompanied by 2 police officers from the Financial Investigation Unit, also called the Fraud Squad. He appeared before Magistrate Christy Coffey Sargent around 10:15 a.m. and was granted bail in the amount of 1.5 million Barbados dollars. Mr. Paris was taken into custody 2 days ago as the police probed financial dealings at the now defunct insurance company CLICO. In relation to his personal finances, Mr. Paris is accused of failing to file tax returns and pay his taxes for the income year 2009 to 2010. But the majority of the charges relate to alleged dealings at the insurance conglomerate that he once ran. He's accused of theft, fraud, and money laundering between December 2008 and April 2009 concerning $3.3 million Barbados dollars paid by Clico to a law firm as legal fees, an amount that was then allegedly paid back to a certain company. Mr. Paris was not required to plead since all the charges are indictable. He's required to report to a police station every Monday and Friday before noon. Stetson Babb in Barbados.
Further afield now, the United States has sanctioned the 5 captains they say are responsible for taking Iranian gasoline to Venezuela's shores. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo expects more shipments to be made and warns mariners they will be penalized.
The United States today issued an executive order sanctioning 5 Iranian ship captains they accused of delivering 1.5 million barrels of Iranian gasoline and related items to Venezuela. According to a statement on the U.S. Department of State website, the men headed 5 Iranian-flagged tankers: Clavel, Petunia, Fortune, Forest, and Faxon. They've been added to the list of specially designated nationals and block persons maintained by the Department of the Treasury's Office of Foreign Assets Control. Today's sanctions means the assets of the captains, who have been identified as Ali Kenarsari, Mohsen Gohadehi, Ali Reza Rahanavad, Reza Vaziri, and Hamid Reza Zadeh, will be blocked. The statement from the Secretary of State says, quote, "The Maduro regime has mismanaged Venezuela's abundant natural resources to the point that it must import gasoline from Iran. Iran's continued support to Venezuela is yet another instance of Iran wasting its people's resources on ill-conceived foreign adventurism that prolongs suffering abroad," end quote. The U.S. Treasury Department says the ships operated by Iran Shipping Lines and National Iranian Tanker Company had previously been cited in sanctions for having delivered Iranian petrol to Venezuela. Mr. Pompeo says the careers and prospects stand to suffer from the designation, and he warns mariners who are considering work with Iran and Venezuela that it's simply not worth the risk. He says, quote, "Individuals and entities will face consequences from the United States if they do business with the Iranian regime, Maduro, or his cronies," end quote. The U.S. Treasury says it expects that more shipments will be sent from Iran to Venezuela. Urvashid Tawari Rupnarayan, TV6 News.
We just have time to remind you of the headlines. Partner of St. Mark resident Chanel Alexis charged with murder. 2 tropical waves approaching the island later today and into the weekend. Grenada Cooperative Nutmeg Association is open to merger but says no liberalization. In the sports news, former TNT Football Association President William Wallace says there was a plot to oust him. And in Around the Globe, CARICOM is expressing concern over the invalidation of over 115,000 votes in Guyana. Well, if you missed any part of this newscast, the repeat of it will be broadcast at 10 o'clock tonight. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other stories. I'm Kenroy Baptiste. That completes the news. We'll see you again. Have a good night.